Good morning. Um, there was a user on explain.org that was asking about VR controllers and how they work. So I thought I'd do a video. I'm running explain 12.0.8 beta 1. So so I have valve index controllers, and this is what they look like inside explain. And the question is how the joystick works. So inside the airplane, if I shove my joystick on my right controller forward, I'm gonna get this big blue thing. And the reason I do is I'm inside an airplane. So that's how this should work on any airplane. Should be like this. So that was my right one. This will be my left one. And basically, what it is it prevents the teleport beam from leaving the airplane. So if I put it over here, that moves me over there. You see this blue thing? That allows me to jump to that place. So wherever I'm looking, that's where it's going to go, because the red thing says I should be lined up straight. So release, yep. So I'm pointing right straight ahead. That's where I was looking. So it's wherever you're, so I'm going to get over here. So if I'm looking to my right now, and I let go, I'm gonna be looking. I was looking to the left, so when I put my head straight, I'm not lined up correctly. So it's relevant when you let go of that. Trying again. Whoops, I went outside. so um, so the other. So if and I'm on a valve index controller. So if I squeeze it, I get this menu button. So it says get into pilot seat. I pull the button, pull the trigger, and I'm going back in. So when I pulled that trigger, it was important for me to be looking straight ahead. That way I'll be lined up straight in the cockpit. So once again, the trigger doesn't do anything. Now, if I put my controller outside of the airplane, now you can see that the teleport beam shows up. So I'm gonna go right in front of that door. I'm pretty close. So when the menu system is not being shown, then the trigger button uh, activates the teleport beam. And if I rotate, you can see where I'm rotating the thumbstick. That rotates with the direction I'm going to be pointed. So if I let go now, then I'm just pointed in that direction, because that's where that red thing. So if I do this, so you can see that's pointed that way. So if I put it over there, then that's the direction where I released it at. So if I go over here, I should be looking. Yep. So that's basically how the joystick works for teleporting. Is the pushing the joystick turns the teleport on, and when you rotate the joystick, it basically controls where you're going to. Right there, I'm going to be looking back that way. So once again, so anytime the menu is shown, the teleport won't work. So if I put my joystick to the over here, that's advanced menus, windows, views, pause, replay, flight configs, getting pilot seat. So if I go over here to advanced menu, so I have it highlighted, pull the trigger. So it shows up this menu system. The joystick button, the joystick, when I pull it down, you can see I'm pulling it down. Now if I shove it up, it goes up. Now if I go to the right, then that basically goes over to this menu system. So, and at any time if I squeeze it, it's like a toggle. So if I squeeze it, the menu system is gone. Squeeze it again, it's back again. So same way as if I go over to flight config. That was interesting. Why did it do that? It really shouldn't have done that. Let me try this again. So flight config. There we go. This is where I should have ended up. I'm not sure what happened there. And so basically this brings you back here. So and I can just click on resume flight. And now if I'm inside of here, so if I'm inside of here, I can go all the way around. Inside this hangar, the menu system doesn't work. What would happen is if I hit the, if I squeeze my, the grip button, if I squeeze it, it basically puts me right in front of this easel. And so that's, so, and the same thing. If I'm going to look over here, squeeze it, there, then it's basically wherever I was looking, that's where relative. So if I'm going to look this way, you know, so basically wherever I'm looking, that's where this ends up at. So resume flight, back in the rain. So this is pause. I'm not going to do replay. It's a little weird in VR. Views. So here's views. So you can go tower view. Ooh. It's a little weird. It's a little jumpy. I'm not sure why it's jumpy right here. That's a little bit odd. If I didn't have a pretty good stomach, that could be a problem. No, chase view isn't that way. Tower view is that way. That's kind of, I would call that a bug. Right along. Circle view. Whoops. Try that again. I know what I thought it should have done. So, So I'm not sure how that works, because if when I move this, interesting. Yeah, circle view and circle view and VR is a little odd. So back to the cockpit. Kind of what else? So Windows. Okay, so so this is basically settings, map, ground services, ATC, checklist, text file. So basically that's what those are. And I squeezed it once and backed up one. Yep. I think that's pretty much it. So not related to joysticks, but so if I'm going to disable the oops, not one I wanted. Flight. Want to get rid of the yoke. So also with the VR controller, so if I come in here a little bit. Okay. Better. Not sure why my yoke come back up again. Okay. So now that I'm kind of lined up right, so when I come in and like come close to a switch, I can feel it in my I can feel the haptics in my controller. So I'm going to turn the power on and put the mixture in. Get the engine started. Beacon light should have been on. Taxi light should have been on. Yeah, I understand. So this should be over the south. Thereabouts. And when I like rotate, there's a really faint heptic I can feel in my controllers when I'm turning a knob. So same way as I'm turning the knobs here, I can feel it. And actually it's pretty faint. I think I got the volume turned down a little bit on the interior. There's a little bit of a click. Let me check. Let's see which one this is. Nope, not that one. Probably that one. Yeah. So the interior, if I turn it down, it's not as obvious, so that really needs to be up a little bit. Probably about 80. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Look it up. And the same way, as at the same time that I see this green square, I feel it in my hip. So I can actually like blindly just go, that's gotta be the flats. And the same way as when I'm moving it, I can feel it. So the same way as like these knobs, when I'm turning it, there's a faint haptic in it. So, but same notion, like in here, the joystick doesn't do anything in here because I'm inside the cockpit. Okay, that. Yeah, and so if I'm already in there, I won't feel going to the next switch. But if I come from out, as soon as that lights up, I feel it in the heptic. But once it's lit, if I go to this next one, I won't feel it. If I come back and then go in, then I can feel it. But that's the way it's programmed. So the same way it's like these, I can feel it kind of vibrate a little bit. Closer to south, huh? Okay, got it. So, I think, yeah, same way as the trim wheel. So, my opinion of all this like VR interaction stuff, this airplane here, this Cessna 172, the default, is a really good example of how, if you're gonna make an aircraft and you're gonna call it supporting VR or VR compatible or whatever name you want to put on that, it should at the least be as good as the default 172. If it's not, then it really isn't fully supporting VR like it actually should. So, and I've bought quite a few airplanes since I've started flying in VR. There's a lot of claims, but Not all of them live up to those claims, so and it's kind of, you know, you're kind of stuck because once you buy the plane, it isn't like you're gonna even if you say that it doesn't work right in VR, you're not gonna get a refund, so you're kind of stuck. So what I try to do is test them, and if they don't work, try to get back with the vendor and say, hey, this isn't working right. Some are receptive, some are not. It's just the way it is. So I think I've done what I wanted to do. So I went over pretty much everything you can do here. So let me just pop outside for one more time here. So yeah, so wherever you are, you can go all over this airport here, you know. It's fall time, so this isn't as green. It's got a little more brown in it. So in the same way that trees are kind of lost most of their leaves. So if I squeeze and go pilot seat, so if I look straight ahead, I'll be looking right straight ahead in the cockpit, and so I'm sitting in front of my desk about as far away as I normally sit when I have a yoke, because I don't have a yoke right in front of me right now. But my goal, the other thing is, my goal is to have my controllers right up against the desk, and so basically the desk, if you look at my controllers, the desk is behind this black thing, so I can come down here and not worry about hitting my desk. My desk is a little bit further in. My desk is right there. That's where the edge of my desk is. So I have, and I can just barely see over the cowling. That's where I want a 172. In other planes, I haven't quite figured that out yet, exactly where I need to be to kind of make, to match that. This one is the easiest I've found to like fly in VR. It's, all the controls seem to work right. There's nothing in my way, you know, so, or some planes, you have like a console here, and what I find is my arm of my chair gets in the way. So I have it where I can take it off, and for some of them planes, I think I'm going to start taking this arm off, and so that if there's a console back here, I won't be hitting the arm of my chair. I'll be able to basically access everything. My seat of my chair is here, so I'll be able to access everything without because that would help quite a bit. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna be doing that. So alrighty, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover, so have a great day. I'll shove this up on YouTube after I look at the VOD and make sure that we're all okay. So yeah, so it's gonna look a little weird right now. I'm gonna pull the headset off before I shut the plane down.